Here we are with part 6 of box 10 of our 45 RPM vinyl records collections at my Media Museum. And what a great box this has been. The hits just keep on coming. And this one doesn't let me down either. Linda Ronstadt with Just One Look. That's all it took, yeah, just one look. And the B-side being an Elvis Presley song, Love Me Tender. But one thing I did notice about this is kind of odd. Look how much dead wax they have here. Yeah, it's only 239, but they really crammed it all into the first half of the grooves. That's kind of weird to see that much dead wax on a 45, even one that's only a minute or two long. Those are when you typically see that kind of extra wax, but I just thought that was interesting. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Don't Come Around Here No More. Clearly marked the A-side. It's off of the Southern Accents album, 1985. A really good Tom Petty song. And the B-side is one that I do not recognize, being a song called Trailer. So next up, we've got Peter Townsend from The Who doing his Face the Face off the White City album, 1985. Interesting Atco logo. That's a different Atco logo than what I'm typically used to seeing. It looks almost kind of 3D, the way they put the shadows offset there. Pretty neat. B-side being a song called Hiding Out. And I do have this album, but I don't remember that song very well. But it says it's from it, so I'm sure it is. They would never be wrong, would they? Yes, they have been wrong. I have gotten 45s, and I've pointed them out in some of the videos I've made where they've got incorrect information on the 45, saying a song's from an album that it's not, or just various little things. So mistakes do happen, even when you think you're getting it straight from the source. Sometimes it's not accurate. Elton John with I Guess That's Why They Call It the Blues. Too Low for Zero. And that's from the 83. Well, this is about the time when me and Elton John parted ways, because I loved his 70s work, but the farther we got into the 80s, the more poppy he got, the less I cared for what he was doing. Once him and Bernie Taupin kind of quit working together, I didn't like his output nearly as much, but it's not a personal thing. I got nothing against Elton John. He's got a good voice, and I just loved the work of the 70s. He did a lot of really amazing stuff in the 70s. B-side of this being a song called The Retreat, which I don't recognize at all. All right, so now we're getting into some older stuff here with the Association, doing Along Comes Mary, and this being a back-to-back hits. Can you guess what's going to be on the other side, whether it's the B-side or a double A? Cherish is a word I use to describe. And I know I've got that one, not on a back-to-back. I've got a couple of copies of Cherish that do not have Along Comes Mary on the B-side. Next up, good old Gordon Lightfoot. I sure did like Gordon Lightfoot. Record Edmonds Fitzgerald, classic song. Who doesn't know and love that song? Sweet Guinevere. I'm pretty positive how that's pronounced. It's Guinevere. It doesn't look like it when the spelling is really weird, but yes. Off of his Endless Wire album from 1978. And the B-side on that one is a song called The Circle is Small, I Can See It in Your Eyes. Good old Gordon. All right, next up, this is one that we have seen before on the channel as well, but what a beautiful label. Stories doing Louie, 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 Louie. And I just like that artwork. That's really, really nifty. In the Garden of Eden kind of thing there. And the B-side being Changes Have Begun, which isn't a song I recognize by the title. I don't think I could even tell you another song Stories did other than Brother Louie. But I definitely do know the Brother Louie song, as I suspect most of you out there do as well. All right. Now we've got the Lemon Pipers doing My Green Tambourine. And I'm not sure if that's a pot reference or not, but I do remember hearing some sort of stories about some tambourines being used as trays. I don't think it'd make a real good one. It's pretty deep, kind of hard to work with, but hey, whatever. The B-side being No Help From Me. Don't know that song as well, but I definitely do know My Green Tambourine. All right, here's another one of those old classic RCA Victor sleeves. And we actually got an RCA 45 in it with the Guess Who. Don't give me no hand-me-down world. I got one already. And the B-side there being Running Down the Street. All right, so next up, we've got a special one. Probably a lot of you out there aren't Adam Ant fans. He had his brief moment in the sun. This Don't Drink, Don't Smoke, What Do You Do? And Goody Two Shoes and a couple other songs. Room at the Top is not one that comes to mind. It says original version appears on the album Manners and Physique. So this must be a special 45 version. Different edit, different recording, who knows, but it's clearly not the original version because they're telling you where the original version came from. But what makes this 45 really special is it has an exclusive non-album bonus track on the B-side. And being a big Bruce Lee fan, that's just icing on the cake for me there. Bonus track not available on LP, CD, or cassette, and it's a song called Bruce Lee. And then just to make things even a little sweeter, I've got the jukebox tag that was in the sleeve. So there you go. Adam Ant doing a song called Bruce Lee. Yeah, that's definitely got to be worth the 4 minutes and 45 seconds it would take to check that out, huh? All right, so now, you get down to the end of the boxes and you start getting into the oddball stuff or things that, a little more disco and stuff like that. And yeah, we got Casey and the Sunshine Band, which I liked Casey and the Sunshine Band, actually. If you're going to talk about the disco era, some of it wasn't all that bad. I enjoyed some of it. And Casey and the Sunshine Band was one of the bands that I did like some of their stuff. Get Down Tonight was definitely one of their songs that I liked. And the B-side being a song called You Don't Know, which makes me think of Tom Petty. You don't know what it's like. But anyways, next up we've got another Casey and the Sunshine Band. This label's a little different. That last label, that's the TK Records, that's the label I'm recognized seeing most of their 45s having. So this one is different. Please Don't Go from the LP Do You Want to Go Party. Please don't go, but do you want to go party? Okay. 1979. So we're getting close to the end of the disco age. And the B-side here being I Bet You Don't Know That. One, it's a little bit dusty. I try wiping some of these off, but static sometimes just doesn't really allow you to just wipe it off and get it clean. But anyways, I Bet You Didn't Know That from the album Do You Want to Go Party. All right, next up, we're definitely going to be hitting it up with some disco here for a little bit. The OJs doing the OJs, Occasions, the Occasions. Doing Love Machine. Is that? I'm just a love machine. Might be, might not be. That's what I thought it was, but I don't remember the Occasions being the name of a band that I recognize. Dedicated to the One I Love. That's got to be a re-recording because that's definitely, I thought that was like a Donna Summer song or somebody, but that's definitely a B-side. All right, next up, one you're bound to recognize. Anita Ward, you might not know, but You Can Ring My Bell, Ring My Bell. Everybody knows that song. It was played to death on the radio. And I like the marijuana label here. That's kind of cool. The trees and the sun setting, and looks like Africa because it's the kind of trees they have some places over there. But yeah, I like that label. It's a pretty cool looking label. If I could tell that old feeling again. Okay. Don't know the song. No, not at all. All right, so next up, we've got Cher. If I could turn back time. And that was a later hit for her. That was a little 1989. That was definitely, after her career had hit its peak. A-side, clearly the A-side. B-side being a song called Some Guys, which, I don't know. Some guys have all the luck. That wasn't Cher. So I do not know that song. But everybody knows If I Could Turn Back Time. That was a huge hit for her. And I was actually confusing that with Believe. The song Believe was where I think kind of her career ended after that one. And that one was a little weird, had a little auto-tune going on and stuff. But it was also a big hit for her as well. And that's the song I was thinking of when I first started talking about If I Could Turn Back Time there. All right, now, it says side 1B, A View to a Kill by Duran Duran. And this was, obviously a theme song from a James Bond film. And a film that I did like. I love all the James Bond movies. And side 2 is A View to a Kill, That Fatal Kiss by John Barry. So that would have to be the, instrumental or symphonic soundtrack version of the song that would have been used at some points in the movie. All right, so that wraps up episode 6. There will be a 7 to wrap up and finish this box. Be sure to come back and join us for that. Have a great day.